What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Optimize You. I am your host, Alex. This is a Thursday podcast. If you are new, make sure that you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss our future episodes. If you're not new, make sure you share this podcast with somebody who can help. I feel like I haven't done a podcast in a long time, probably because I haven't. And my life has been busy. And so today I'm going to talk about a few things. So I'll give you a little life update. Got a promotion at work. And so I've been in the most extensive training for the last few weeks that I've ever been in. It's been a grind, mentally draining, exhausting. And I've learned a ton in the process, just kind of about myself and about just other things as well. And so I'm really excited. This is, as I'm recording this is the first week where I'll start to run actually appointments for the job and start to do the job. And also coming up, I have a weekend away with my girlfriend in San Diego here this coming weekend. So I'm excited for all those things. And it's nice to kind of be out of the weeds for the most part in training. And I've managed to continue eating and kind of adjust my schedule accordingly to fit the demands of the job here the last few weeks. I haven't gone to the gym, but I've gotten in at least 4 workouts a week from home in the morning, just smaller workouts, something to get in. I've also averaged at least, I think, 7,000 or 8,000 steps a day over the course of that, even though I haven't been walking. I'm not doing the door-to-door job anymore, so I'm not doing my 8 to 10 miles a day. I've been still getting that in, still been drinking a ton of water, still been eating quality food. So I've been like just kind of finding a way to make everything work, still feel good, still prioritize sleep in the midst of just this craziness. And one thing I wanted to talk about today, kind of the main topic of the podcast, is something that I feel like I've started to become a lot better with, especially over the last like 4 or 5 months of my life. And I've just noticed it at certain points here over the last few weeks kind of pop in, especially with the mental exhaustion and just even physical exhaustion, right? Like just sometimes when you're mentally drained, like it just kind of leads to you being physically drained as well, I think. And so for me, what I've noticed in the past, a lot of times, everybody has this. You have these negative thoughts pop into your head, right? And I know for me, for a long period of time, like those negative thoughts, like when I would kind of going down these loops of like not even maybe just physically, right? Like you're not feeling good, you're not in a great place, like mindsets maybe struggling, and you allow those urges that come up when you have those thoughts to win. Right. You go into those and you're like, oh, like I need to eat as much food as possible. I need to like, oh, I'm going to do this crazy diet. I'm going to do this crazy thing right here. Right. Oh, I'm going to let my mind go to these dark places. Right. Sometimes you have these negative thoughts and you just allow yourself to go there. And what I found personally is that like I understand where I'm at now a little bit more. Like I have a lot more awareness, and this helped a lot with this, where like I'll have these places where I'm just really tired, right? When I'm really tired, like sometimes I just, my mind goes to these darker places, more negative places. And I don't allow that to happen anymore. Like I find myself, I'm like, okay, like this is just like, I don't buy into it. That's maybe a better word for it. I don't buy into it anymore. Like I allow it to happen. Like it's like not necessarily I'm stopping it from happening. It's just a matter of like, yeah, you're tired. Like it's all good. You're tired. Like it's fine. Like this is going to happen. Right. Like, oh, you're drained. Like this is just like, oh, you're exhausted. Oh, like whatever's going on. Like I know that I'm not going to buy into it, and I'm not going to like allow myself to get anxiety over maybe some of these thoughts that come up when I'm tired or when I'm not feeling my best, right? This could be the same thing when you're sick. Like some people allow like a sickness to just like take away 6 months of hard work and habits, right? Because they buy into those thoughts, and they buy into all this stuff, and they don't put in perspective that, hey man, you're sick. You're not feeling good. Your mind's not going to be working the same way that it does when you're working on all cylinders. And so that was kind of one of the big things I wanted to chat about today. And I don't know if I hope I explained that all right. But that's something that's been kind of circling my mind, because I think that a lot of people struggle with that. And especially if you're somebody who finds yourself constantly, moving forward and then falling back, right? Like you're in that roller coaster of like, oh, I'm really good. And then I'm really bad, and I'm really good and I'm really bad. And that was me for a long time. And I think a huge reason is that I allowed myself to just buy into how I was feeling and didn't take that in consideration. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. Other than that, like just life's been pretty good over here. Just life update. I think this has probably been my first podcast I've recorded in like 3 weeks, just because like it's been crazy. But I'm feeling really, really good. I'm loving everything about what's going on in my life right now. Things seem to be moving in the right direction. I just turned 30 yesterday. Had some of the most amazing cheesecake that I've ever had this weekend, courtesy of my amazing girlfriend. And so I love sweets. As anybody who has been a follower, watcher, listener of this podcast for a while, I've had my struggles with sweets in the past, and I feel like now I have a really good balance. Right, I mix those in plenty throughout the week. I probably keep, I'll be honest with you guys, probably more of like a 60, 70, 30, 40 when it comes to like quality, like 60 to 70% of quality foods, 30, 40% not as quality. But it's working for me right now. I'm feeling good. Like I'm enjoying life. I'm, experiencing different things, and I'm really happy with the trajectory and where we're going. And I feel like I just kind of continue to get better. I continue to grow, make changes when I need to, and just understand that not every day is going to be perfect. Like I'm not always going to feel 100%, but if I can just keep moving forward, do what I can do to get better, set myself up with meals throughout the week, especially when I'm busy, use the crock pot, like just go on walks, clear my head, do a lot of the things that make me feel my best. And I would encourage you all out there, I'm sure I've talked about this plenty, to just kind of find what makes you feel your best. Like what different things, what small changes and habits can you put in place throughout the week? Maybe it's a morning walk. Maybe it's a morning workout. Maybe it's getting that first meal of the day to be a really quality, high protein meal to get yourself started on the right foot and get that first domino to fall. Whatever it is, like do some experimenting. Try some different things out, figure out what works best for you, and you're going to have you're going to be more successful within any of your goals you go at, right? Because you're going to now have the formula that works for you. Because I can sit here all day and tell you what works for me. You can try it out. Maybe it works for you, but we have different lifestyles. We have different jobs. We have different, families or, demands throughout the day and week. Maybe you got kids. Like there's a lot of different things that go into this. There's a lot of different people work in different ways and have different formulas that work. And so the quicker you can start focusing on some trial and error and figuring out what works best for you, the quicker you're going to feel your best on a regular basis, the quicker you're going to get to your goals and just have more success in every area of your life. So hopefully that's been helpful today. If it was, as always, please just share this with somebody who you think could benefit from it. Otherwise, I greatly appreciate every single one of you who watches or listens to the pod on a regular basis. And hope you have a good rest of the day, a good rest of the week. I'll be talking to you soon.